Hey, good morning. Everybody time acclimated now? I'm only from the East Coast, but I know some of you traveled very long to get here. Very, very long. So welcome and thank you very, very much for being here. I can't really see all of you because of the bright lights, but I know, I realized as I was walking around that I've talked to or met with almost probably like 75% of everybody who's here, which is really awesome. I think I've met with over half of you in person, which is even cooler. Welcome. I'm really excited that we're having this year's summit, and more so excited that you're all here to build this vision of a world full of connected stuff. I love all these numbers. I spent a year working with a VC and then 2 years working in a big company, and I put up all these numbers all the time, and I love these because they're astronomical. They're unmeasurably astronomical. $6.2 trillion by 2015. It doesn't matter what the number is. You're all here, and I'm here for the same reason, because this is going to happen, and it is happening, and it's happening all around us. And we've seen this story repeatedly. We've seen the story happen with the web. We've seen it before that with client server, before that with mainframes, after that with mobile. It just wash, rinse, repeat. We know the story's happening, and we know what makes this story successful. And this group of people, this community, is here because the theme of all of those stories being successful is exactly the same. We need things to work together, and we need them to be open. And when they're open and they work together, we get that value. And that's really what we care about. So let's take a little bit of time to talk about impact in this community, the AllSeen Alliance. Since the project started, we've had 658% member growth. I started here a little bit, just about a year ago as the director, and in that time we've grown 100+ members. It's awesome, 185 members now. There are 292 developers contributing to the AllJoin code base. That doesn't include all of the people who've contributed to certification, to marketing, to all of the other pieces which aren't in the code base, but 292 developers. 2 years we've had 5 major software releases. We've got about 750,000 lines of code. I'm waiting for Greg Burns to give us the real number. He wouldn't let me have that, so I could steal his thunder. Sorry, Greg. And we are over 120 million AllJoin enabled devices, which is, so to you guys I clap, because that is just awesome. 120 million AllJoin enabled devices. You'll see a bunch of them around us. I was urged not to put this slide up, but I think this is really a good point to go from there, because this talks about how we're running this community. And it talks about something that you might not think about, but that we're fiscally sound. This community is funded by the members and for the members to reach this goal. And this year we moved to GAAP accounting. We're audited. We've got a new RFP process in place in the TSC. We've been working to sublease space so that we can do more events out in the community, and members have been contributing and being part of that. We are really building an enduring entity here. It's not just a, hey, let's get going and we'll see if it works. We're really building a business here underneath this community. If any of you have been involved in certification, IP, or any of the other many, many interesting discussions we've been having, you know that we have an incredible world-class legal team. Andy, Karen, and all of the team that support us are phenomenal. They're the best at what they do. And again, that talks to the underpinnings and the infrastructure of what we are. And it's just been great to work with them because they have really helped us achieve our goals. This is not Mad Max, this is Mad Brett. Brett Preston. I put this up with a big smile. Operations has been in overdrive since we started. We have been running fast forward. If you were in the talk this morning, you saw a presentation. If you've signed up as a member, you've been given that presentation on the telephone or in person. I know a lot of you are nodding your heads. Brett has been phenomenal about getting everybody who's interested scheduled. We get time with you, we talk with you, we answer your questions, we connect you up with other people. We did an Asia and UK tour this year to really reach out and talk to members where they are and understand their companies. We've been working harder and harder to get new member companies ramped up as quickly as possible, and we've seen that with some of the contributions that are coming in. We've got this all-join meetup system for operations going now, which is scaling us across the world, and that's just been growing like mad in just a few weeks we've been running it. And we've been trying really hard to incubate the ideas that you have and bring together big communities of interest. And the one that I'm highlighting here is resource management, because if you look across the show, you'll see a ton of companies who are interested in resource management, but also some really amazing experts that we've gone out and actively campaigned to come and help contribute to this so that we can build up these incubated ideas and these new ideas into the and make that part of how we operate. Events. We're at an event. The events team is all here around and thank them. They work tirelessly. You never see them except when you get your badge. They're here in the wee hours of the morning. They're here at the end of the night. They've made all of this stuff work and all of the other events. How many of you have been at one of the events where we've been at? IFA, CES, IoT World, I can go on and on. How many of you? I've been at most of them. They're really awesome. We're really getting our rhythm down, and we're really, as a community, making these events impactful. We just got done with IFA. This is some shots from IFA. And if you were at IFA, you really saw just an amazing display of members working together to make all of the all-join pieces and parts, all of the products and services they have work together to tell the story that we need to tell to the community. Where are we today with all-join? We have products ready and in production. We have Security 2.0, device system bridge, gateway, lighting, and just on with these extra pieces that are growing out what all-join is. We just had the MQTT release. The NOcean team is here outside. The Affinity team is here. NOcean team is talking, has publicly announced an NOcean connector, XMPP connector from Affinity. The ULE Alliance is here. Avi just put up a press release that ULE is going to work with us to put all-join on top of ULE and also to bridge all-join to existing ULE devices. You know, again, we're expanding how all-join works and who it works with to be more and more interoperable. And finally, we have a few of the IT team here, and if you find them, just thank them, because you don't see them except at the end of emails, but they're all of the infrastructure that makes all of this possible. They're Git and Ask and the new website, which we launched this morning, and the new certification tool, which we launched this morning. And so Andrew and Rye and Candace and all of the folks that we work for Steve Westmoreland are part of that infrastructure that's hidden, but that makes us really go out there. You know, I don't know if you've seen some of the PR. We've had a little bit of PR this year. I love being able to have a Time magazine with this article in it. You know, we've been getting amazingly good PR. And that's because of the crack PR team and the great story we have. We're now telling a great story. We can show real products. We're building momentum. And it's not momentum in just the trade journals. It's momentum in regular magazines that real people read that are starting to get our message out much wider. You know, the few of the magic quotes here that really pop it. And you know, I have Windows 10 up here. Windows 10 is a big piece of this. It was awesome to have Microsoft join the alliance. The story, that has added a lot of credence to our story. That with products really builds out an incredible story, and you see that in the Twice article. We've had over 10,000 articles of coverage, 34 million social media impressions. We're getting a pretty good following. We've had 72 briefings. I've asked a few of you to do them. I've done a lot of them. We talk to a lot of people. We get our story out there. We've had 15 speaking engagements, almost all of those done by members, because I think it's more impactful when you are talking to the community. And we've got a new video series that we're going to unveil a little bit of today, an early draft of that for you today, to really get the story out there. you know, the Internet of Things is here and it's real. But for it to grow, for it to be what we want it to be, we need a community building an ecosystem. And you'll hear this ecosystem word throughout the talk today, or throughout the talks today. But that is what we're building. And I look through the room and I see, you know, different pieces of the puzzle, from product companies to service companies to the channels that are going to get it out in the market. And really, at the end of the day, it's those channels that we're depending on, and those channels are depending on us. And they're depending on us to build them an ecosystem of products, services, and apps that really do what consumers want. And I'm going to point to some of the retail channels, and I can't see the Lowe's folks here, but you know, you've all told me the same thing when we've talked. Consumers don't want to buy technical things. They want to buy products that solve problems in their lives and do interesting things and make their lives better. And we're going to hear that a lot today, and really, this is the community that's building that. If you haven't gone to allseenalliance.org yet this morning, please do. The marketing committee has worked insanely hard to get to a launch of this website and to get to the launch of that website this morning. It's great. It's going to continue to grow. It's got a new look and feel. It really puts us in market. We have pieces of the marketing committee and the website that are going to grow to really tell the consumer story versus the story of who this community is and what this technology is. But we're getting out there. We've got a branding framework out there to help support it. We've got the certification web tool, which gets your product certified. And finally, we are, to address the incredible demand now that we have the new website, starting to go after internationalization and translation so that we can put this in different languages around the world. We've got the infrastructure in place, and we're really starting that. We're starting that first with Japanese translation, and then we're going from there to really make the site more accessible around the world. I've been alluding to it. I might as well just put it right up here. AllJoin Certified launched this morning. And this is huge. This is absolutely. For all of you who have been involved in AllJoin Certified, getting products through the process, helping to shape this process, this has been an insanely heavy lift. This has been incredibly hard. We've spent a lot of days and long nights, early mornings, getting this program out the door, getting it out the door right, because at the end of the day, Roberto's not here yet. I'm going to steal a bit of his thunder when I say this, but you know, at the end of the day, we create or destroy an ecosystem by the way our products work. And if products work incredibly well together out of the box, and they just work, and they work together, and millions of products work together, then consumers are going to love this technology. They're going to love the products that are built on this technology, and they're going to continue to buy more and more of those products and make them do the things they want. We are there with this launch. Go up and take a look at the program. Telis and Ram's over here. Telis and Ram are the co-chairs of the effort. Please stop and talk to them. This vision has been a 2-year path since we launched to get to this point. And I see a big smile on Telis's face. This has been a big lift. Telis was here at the beginning of this, and it's gone over the line. So this is really, to me, the big story here. And we'll continue to hear that throughout the day. Please stop and talk to one of us about this, because this is magic. That's all I have. But the whole team is here. The members are all here. If you want a connection to anybody, please grab one of us. We're glad to make all of the connections you want. If you have a question, if you have something you need, let us know. The Linux Foundation team is really at your service. At the end of the day, we work to be stewards and supporters of this effort on your behalf. We're your team delivering what you want to do. And so come grab us, tell us how we can help you.